The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack.
He takes a shot! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Tigres are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
There's no flag!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Played with finesse. And they're not going to make any further progress now. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Shot a goal! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Okjisum. Messi. And it's Kimmich. It's played through for him. And he's cut it out. Xabi Alonso is there, and he can get that clear. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Messi. Okjisum. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good ball out wide. Cross to the back post. And that's the keeper's ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Programs are available from
A
stands
half
located
of massive
by the gates.
entertainment and
I'm sure they'll make
excitement.
fine
A two-goal
souvenirs.
margin, yes, but all things still possible.
Substitution for Tigres.
Danielson.
Van Nistelrooy.
Number 9.
And that's the start of
Robert
another 45
Lewandowski.
minutes.
Coming on the field. Number
Great vision.
7, Neymar.
But they've got it again.
Fernando Torres.
Well, that pass isn't the
Mbappe.
best. Xavi Alonso. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta! Relentless! Just relentless! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a...
Shoots! And that should get the job done. And that has put paid to that.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Piqué gets it away. Nicked it back promptly. Eto'o under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldinho stood his ground strongly. Ronaldinho plays it in. That's a decent clearance. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Fernando Torres. He's had a shot! It's in! So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? And here's Neymar. Mbappe. That's the keeper's ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Torres. Chance for a shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And this is Neymar.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The final 5 minutes. Gives it back. Threads one in. Oh, easy pickings there. Batistuta. Ambitious ball here. Neatly clipped into space. It's Eto'o! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He looked so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Ronaldinho. And time is up. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Ricci finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, we're talking about a classic defensive midfielder, Peter. Always...
And a chance! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And there's green grass ahead of him.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Adriano. Now it's Batistuta. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Zamorano. And here's Schneider.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Keeper's dealt with that. An instinct, he's got full! Costa Curta gets it clear.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Aims beyond the defence. Schneider. And he's intervened well there. Schneider. Nice looking ball. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Felipe Anderson. Tries to get it clear. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Schneider. Schneider. Rolls it backwards. Adriano. Now it's Batistuta. Adriano. Crunching tackle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And it's Batistuta. Adriano.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Thinks about the shot. Goes down, but nothing given. Schneider. Now it's Batistuta. 5 minutes till the break. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Ribery. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Zamorano. Felipe Anderson. Shot at goal! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change
We'd like to
at this
inform
stage.
you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Not the most convincing of passes. Good read, needed to be. And here's Batistuta. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Schneider. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
Schneider is behind this one. Schneider! Decent hit from there. Schneider. Schneider. Now it's Felipe Anderson. He's shifting through the gears here. Great skill, that's nice. And it's Ritchie.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
This is Felipe Anderson. Ribery. Ribery charging forward, the ball at his feet. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Snyder. Shot. He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A case now of complete control. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Zamorano. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Thuram. And that has been cleared. Milan can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were
Adriano! They've scored! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Number 20, Adriano.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Oh, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. Well, there's the clearance. So that's it. It is all over. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of... And so we reach a fork in the road.
Hello, everybody,
Fortunes
and welcome
can
to
turn
today's
either way
match.
from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. To try. Pirlo! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Very good finish, but that back line could have dealt with it an awful lot better. I'm not sure what their plan was, but it's not coming off.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
He rises! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Aimed beyond the defence. Great vision. Now there's a fine ball. Decent chance! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Look at the space here.
Adriano really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's had a shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his...
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Serginho. Well, that looks a decent ball. Up he goes! And that's caused a worry or two. Over to the left.
Such good technique.
He has found a way through. He's being urged to shoot. That's a lovely, neat pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Serginho knocks it into space. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. Picked up, shoots! Yes, it's there! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating.
The latest travel information is currently being displayed on the screen. Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Calhanoglu. Now, can they get him away?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Batistuta really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because it's
shapes to shoot! Now who's going to be first to this? Definitely away. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And he's intervened well there. And here's Batistuta. And this is Pirlo. No, it's not getting there. And he's heaved it away. And now they can clear their lines.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Real chance! Dispatched clinically. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And he shoots! Goal! Inter! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through. Remarkable.
And he's on his way!
2 added minutes
And that is Stuta! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
That is Stuta! Oh, the keeper's done it. And that is as far as it goes. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much
Hello,
to raise the
everybody,
mood
and
all
welcome
around
to
us.
today's match.
After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Oh, super ball! It's Eto'o! Could be danger here. Messi! Oh, he's won it! The goal to end it all! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And with that, the end! All over in a flash. Wow.
Boom! What a performance! What a performance! Once that whistle went, there really was no looking back, was there? The game just flew past us all.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back...
Well, what's he giving here? So a big chance now from 12 yards. Dealing with the pressure. Oh, he's won it! They willed it, and it happened! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
And there you have it. And that is the beauty of it, and at the same time, the sheer cruelty of it.
Boom. What a performance. What a performance. Once that whistle went, there really was no looking back, was there? The game just flew past us all.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Hello attendees, this is a Lost Children's announcement. With the father of a boy in the green backpack, kindly contact a nearby member of staff.
Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. Onana is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, he has great reactions, obviously, but I think it's his reading of the game that really gives him an edge. He may be the last line of defence, but the way he communicates and organises the players in front of him means that opposition attacks often break down before he even has to make a save.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! 2-0 and in next to no time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Manchester United have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Menu, and it's Casemiro. Nice sequence of passes this, and it's Menu. And that's a good ball. Van Nistelrooy! Off the post, picked out brilliantly. Look at the oh, shooting chance! Just cruising, they are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 11, Cantona.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
In with the challenge. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's a sharp pass. Menu. Played to Casemiro. Cantona. And it's Menu. To Martinez. And it's gone back to the keeper. And back to the goalkeeper. De Ligt. Martinez. De Ligt. And it's Menu. To Martinez. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. And De Ligt. Played back to the goalkeeper. To Martinez. Casemiro. Cantona has found the net here, of course.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And the shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Van Nistelrooy really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And the first half is done. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Manchester United really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Manchester United pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. De Ligt. And it's Shaw. Matheus Cunha. To Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Back to the keeper it goes. And it's Shaw. And De Ligt. Menu. De Ligt. Casemiro. Martinez. Van Nistelrooy under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Could be danger here. To Martinez. De Ligt. Martinez. Here's Matheus Cunha. Cantona. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Passes short and sharp. Gives it back. And it's Casemiro. To Martinez. Onana. And De Ligt. Casemiro. And it's Menu. De Ligt. And back to the keeper they go. And De Ligt. And it's Casemiro. Not the most convincing of passes. Here's Matheus Cunha. It's a good spell of possession, this. Little pass back. Martinez. De Ligt, and the keeper's got it again. Martinez, Manchester United clearly now in lead preservation mode. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. De Ligt. To Martinez. And we're done. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Manchester United can be